This is Ethereal Aeons Activation. If you're new to the channel, I'm Leslie Demai. Everyone else, welcome back. So when you're leveling up your consciousness, it's going to be very apparent that everyone around you is not doing this. And you are going to be pulled in many different directions during this time because the reality around you is still wanting to assimilate you to the reality around you. Okay, this is what we talk about with the hive mind. And so basically, how you can start to differentiate who's who in your reality, who's trying to pull you in, who's maybe a little bit more open-minded, all of this, it can be really confusing initially because it's kind of difficult to say, hey, my parents are agents or my parents are completely assimilated to the hive mind and they have no idea what I'm talking about. Or people might try to push you away, or some people might try to pull you in and get you trapped in lower dimensional behaviors. So you're going to have to really start to see the reality around you in this type of way, knowing that you are the divine spark awakening. And it's very likely that you're probably the only one around you in your reality that's a divine spark. So a way you can tell is if someone is trying to diminish you because you're having different type of experiences, because you are delving into your own consciousness. If people make things like this a joke, if they're keeping their own mindset in a box and they're super closed off or cynical, that's someone who's fully anchored into the matrix system. And what these individuals are basically walking and talking programs. And they're running off of information that was inputted through control system software in the reality. So they don't operate in other dimensional planes in that sense. They operate only within the realm of the matrix. That's all they are governed to really know. So as a divine spark, we can access other dimensional realms. We can access higher states of consciousness and have different types of experiences that defy everything we've been conditioned to believe. So we have a tether. We are tethered into the higher spiritual planes of existence and have access and a desire, a calling to explore realms beyond just this matrix plane. Whereas anyone around you who doesn't have this desire, this innate knowing that there's other things out there and that we can access it, that is someone around you who would be considered an NPC or an agent or an organic portal or a bot. And so we can go on forever with these descriptions. They're all pretty much one and the same in a lot of ways. What this is a person who has been assimilated into the matrix system and the control system. So when you're waking up, the patrolled system is going to be very well aware, and the people around you will begin to then act differently. Or maybe it's you acting differently and they don't really know how to process that. So something else I want to mention too, because I know that it can be confusing at times to really have to look at these people in your lives completely differently after your awakening. But I want to make it very clear that just because someone seems very successful, okay, just because they have everything in order and they seem like everything's going well for them. I like to call these people like the white picket fence type of people. It's only because they are machines for the system. So they get perks, okay? And these people are just run off of being superficial, and there's no real wholeness within them because they are assimilated. So even if they seem emotionally put together, you can know somebody who just seems to be kind of always getting by pretty smooth. That is because their emotional spectrum is not very big. It's not very broad. Therefore, they can seem put together, but there is a lack of something there, okay? Whether it's intuition or whether it's access to higher dimensional realms or whether it's even compassion. Basically, what I want to say is they're not on their hero's journey, okay? They're workers for the matrix system, so they get perks because they're obedient and they follow all the rules, but they are no hero in this reality. They're not on the hero journey, whereas someone who's awakening is. So while it may seem like they're put together in many aspects of their life and you're kind of more unpredictable So you become an outsider because you're not contained within the box. And so that's something I want to mention as well, is like, don't think just because someone seems to have their life together that they might be more awakened than someone else. It's a lot more complicated than just that. Now, I know it can seem pretty lonely when you're waking up and there's no one else around you who you can really get into this type of stuff with. And that's part of the process as well, right? So there are many different types of archetypes that we're going to embody. We've talked a lot about the hermit phase on this channel, but something else I want to mention is that there are other awakened individuals who are igniting their divine spark. And I can say this because this video was originally supposed to be a video on how, there aren't really that many of us here, and how everyone's pretty much a non-human now. They've already assimilated themselves into this new type of reality that we're in, which is basically the AI reality that is now fully here. I mean, it's always been in control, but now it has a face, it has a name, and everyone's really controlled by it, right? Our phones and everything, right? So what I wanted to say is that we actually had a roundtable discussion inside the School of Mysticism this weekend, and I was able to connect with the tribe members on a different level. And I'm telling you, there are some of us still here. There are people here who embody the magic, who see it, who know it, who are it, and who do everything in their power to keep the magic flowing in the reality and to continue expanding their consciousness past this controlled matrix reality. So I basically also wanted to come on here because this video originally was supposed to be a video on how, like, knock, knock, hello, anyone there? Any other divine sparks here? I was kind of going to go into that. But instead, we're always trying to keep it proactive here. We're trying to keep it so that this space is going to be a guiding stone for you to find self-empowerment, spiritual empowerment, and not so much like we're just here to just tell you how horrible everything is and how controlled everything is. That's not really the point of this channel. And so I'm glad I didn't make that video. And instead, I can come on here now and say that, this weekend, we got to meet with the divine sparks of our community, and we had a roundtable discussion. This is inside the School of Mysticism. And if you don't know what that is, if you haven't heard of the School of Mysticism, it's our private community, the Matrix Unveiled School of Mysticism. The School of Mysticism opened about 3 years ago now, over 3 years, and we've really magnetized the type of community that you can't find anywhere else, really, because we got together and we had conversations. We were there for over 3 hours, and some of the people there, it was really, really late for them. It was like 3 a.m. or something, and they still stayed. And so talking to everyone this weekend and just being a bit more casual, it really opened my eyes that there are divine sparks around here still. It's not completely vacant. And so just be aware of who you're surrounding yourself with, because if you're not able to communicate with a tribe of awakened spirits as often as you'd like, or at all, it's very easy to feel as though you're the only one. And so I'm here to tell you, everyone in your reality that you know now might be NPCs and bots, but there are divine sparks out there coming together. Even if it's just for a 3-hour conversation, that alone kind of ignites us and keeps us fueled. So I wanted to share that with you guys as well. Check out the links in my description if you guys are interested in joining a private community of awakened spirits. The School of Mysticism has a monthly membership that's affordable because you're getting about 12 plus courses, a community, live events, and so much more. Just check out the details if this sounds like something you're interested in beyond YouTube, beyond the technocratic platforms up here. We have our own uncensored private community that's very inviting to those of you who are genuine and ready to continue exploring who you are and what we're in and what's going on. So check that out. And I will be also posting my video up soon about organic portals. I've been wanting to do that. I'm going to do more of a lecture style for that, so stay tuned for that. If you haven't hit the bell notification on my channel, go ahead and do that so you can be notified of when that video releases. But until now, I'm wishing you so much love. So thank you for watching. Hit the like button. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.